Well, good morning, everybody. Great to see you here, or good afternoon, depending on where you are, of course. First of all, let me wish you an exceptionally happy new Rotary year. This is our first ZOOMformation of the year, and congratulations to all of you that started new roles, district governors, elects, nominees, chairs, everybody. And also thanks to those of you who did such an amazing job last year that might be outgoing. This, as you know, is the first ZOOMformation call of our new Rotary year as we imagine Rotary with an amazing new president at our helm. I actually chatted with President Jen and Nick this morning, and they send you their very best wishes as they're leaving Vancouver and heading for Victoria, British Columbia as part of Jen's Across Canada tour. She's actually on a floating plane right now, so we wish her very smooth and safe landings. One theme that we're going to be adopting and building on this year is our successes of the past as we adapt for the future. And we'll be carrying on the long tradition established by past directors Peter, Stephanie, and David, with a strong commitment to continuity, building on these past successes. And it's going to be essential in any organization, especially so when we refresh like we do every year. I mean, change is important, but we plan to build on the foundations these past zone leaders have set, as well as people like John Smarge, Barry Racine, and others. And I want to thank each of them now for the tremendous work they've invested in building what I consider to be the best two Rotary zones in the world. And in fact, you'll be hearing from past director Stephanie later with an update on her Rotary Works program. That said, you've probably already noticed some changes to the ZOOMformation call format, and a big thanks to Chief of Staff Art and his team for making these happen. And we hope you'll enjoy this new format, which will finish up with the opportunity, as was mentioned earlier, to go into breakouts and chat about the various topics we're discussing here in more depth today. So network with old friends, make new ones, and just have fun. And of course, we appreciate your feedback. We're on this Rotary journey together, so let's enjoy it. So today, you'll hear from me more than you typically will in going on with these information calls. And I see a sigh of relief from you there. But I'm very excited that after the Zone and Rotary International Roundup, which will be regular features in the ZOOMformation calls, I'll also be your first guest presenter to launch Zones 33 and 34's membership action plan on this call, and later again tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern with an hour-long webinar. The MAP plan, membership action plan, has been a result of almost a year of hard work by a dedicated team of regional membership gurus from both zones. And by the way, this team doesn't just include our Rotary coordinators, innovative club advocates, our regional membership officer and others, but also representatives from the regional foundation and public image teams. I'm a great believer in removing the silos. And in the words of President nominee Gordon, I agree totally that we are better when we're together. So a show of hands who attended the Rotary International Convention. I know that was an amazing event and a lot of fun for everybody. I want to congratulate our past RA director, John Smarge. Let's do that now for an amazing job that he did. Just clap hands and really, really, really say thank you for that. So John, I'm not sure if you're on, but well done. At the end of it, there was an opportunity for me to attend a very productive board retreat. And I wanted to share some of these themes and focuses that came out of it with you. Of course, our main priorities will remain ending polio. We are so close. And organizationally, of course, membership. But in addition, the board wants to try and focus on more transformative subjects as it goes forward. Sometimes we get bogged down with administrative and technical issues, and whilst they're important, they're better left to staff on some occasions and committees that want to put many, many hours of work in. So we want to focus on the major challenges and opportunities that make a difference at club and district level, because that's where Rotary happens, not at board level. Consensus showed that the number one topic is the concept of regionalization, building structures that better reflect the regional needs of our members based upon geography and culture on a regional basis. The goal is to build structures that better support our clubs and members, acknowledging that one size does not fit all. What works in India, for example, may not work in the US or even with our own zones, which have distinct cultural differences. Part of this process or understanding what parts of Rotary are negotiable and what are non-negotiable. And of course, our core values of integrity, service, fellowship, leadership, and diversity clearly are not. The Council's legislation has also recently enshrined equity and inclusion. Now diversity, equity, and inclusion will also be an important part of our journey as we create the caring environment where our members feel comfortable in our clubs and districts. And this is particularly important in the stressful and uncertain world where we live, where the well-being and mental health of our members and communities will need to be a top priority as we go forward. And one of the other key focuses the board addressed is the need for continuity, as we heard earlier. And one example of it at board level is the transition of past RA President Shaker's excellent Empowering Girls program from a one-year initiative to a 3-year full program. And it's been adopted by President Jen and President-elect Gordon. And one of our key focuses at zone level will be to encourage continuity between club presidents and district leaders. But how do we do this when our organizational structure seems to encourage and reward annual success? Well, one way of us doing this, and you've heard me talk about this before, is to walk the walk at zone level by building medium-term action plans, whether it be in terms of membership foundation or public image. We're better when we break down the silos and work together and build year-on-year success. And paraphrasing Bill Gates, we typically overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in many. So this year we've paired as zones not only a medium-term membership action plan, but we'll also run one for the foundation too. We aim to build depth with support, our support teams bringing in new talent. Our RPIC team, for example, has adopted the mantra of teaching our members to fish rather than catching the fish for them. And this will give us greater capacity to support and reach our clubs with important messaging. So what else might we do differently at our zones to reflect a more regional approach? Well, one of the things that's concerned me is that we limit zone level responsibilities to an albeit excellent group of regional leaders focusing on membership and the foundation of public image, of course, as well as the executive team for our zone institute or summit. However, we have numerous past, current and future leaders, many sit in the room right now, who are passionate experts in a range of other causes that our members of our clubs need support with. So over the next 2 years, we plan to build zone level committees and structures to provide support to our clubs and districts on a range of areas. One example, of course, will be Empowering Girls. However, we're also creating a zone level committee right now on human trafficking, a Rotary committee to assist with the growth of Rotary in our zones, and possibly an Interact Council to be a sub-arm of the pilot Interact Advisory Council launched last year by RI. And I sit right now as the board liaison to that committee. These committees will provide opportunities to past and future leaders to work at zone level and provide important structures and support to our clubs and help them create an even bigger impact in their communities. The zone will also continue to support the past directors' passions. Feed 10 million, Rotary Works and YPA will all remain on the zone agenda, as will Handwash. However, these will be on an opt-in basis. We only want districts or clubs to become involved in a project or program that they're passionate about, when it's a good fit for them on an opt-in, as I said, ground-up basis. Another initiative that I'm passionate about is building partnerships through our Rotary zones with major corporations. I come from a corporate background. So how can we leverage these relationships to increase our impact and create lasting change in our communities together? Can we use these relationships to further grow membership? We have so many touch points in common with these major corporations that it seems crazy to me not to try and engage them and discuss how we can support each other and our communities. So watch this space. And I'm also exceptionally excited about our Impact Summit to be held in Baltimore from September 29th to October 2nd with the leadership seminar immediately before. We have an amazing list of keynote speakers: Tandika Tutu, Desmond Tutu's daughter, Michael Newenhus, the CEO of UNICEF, Princess Zebu Jalani from the Swat region of Pakistan, and Jeffrey Kluger, the editor-at-large of Time magazine. Registration, as you know, has been amazing. To the extent we've already had to find additional rooms at nearby hotels. So register now, and there are some rooms right next door. So register now and join us for what would be an amazing event coordinated by Past District Governor Cindy Cummington and her stellar team. So with that, let's get back to today's agenda. And now let me hand back over to Art for some housekeeping matters and also to welcome our guest speaker. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Kind of interesting that he said to welcome our guest speaker as it's Jeremy, but you know, okay, we'll do it twice, right? So
can be a short one.
Yeah. Can you all see my screen now? Yes, no, yes, perfect. And it's not just my face. Just a couple of announcements while Jeremy gets a couple things in line there. We've had, it takes a bunch of people to put this together, and we've already goofed one thing up. If anybody on our team can figure out how to get more people, expand this bridge, we got people trying to get in and we've hit the cap. So just punch a ticket someplace in there if you can.
We're only
We
seeing
have
your face.
Chris. Sorry?
We're only seeing your face.
You're only seeing my face. Well, we're trying to prevent that. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you. That should be better, right?
Yeah, we got it.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. We've got Alex Wilkins and Chris Justice in the back room. They'll be fielding your questions today. Please type them into the chat, put them in all caps so that they can pull it out of all of the hellos and other comments that we have a tendency to make to each other. We had Susan Corder admitting folks for as long as we could. We got a bunch of other people who were very much involved, and someone that I failed to put on my invite in Aaron Signs. Aaron did these really cool some of the cool little graphics that you're seeing, and I did thank a bunch of people on the original as well. I'm going to give control of this animal to Jeremy, and Jeremy's our guest speaker. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you once again to our director, Jeremy Hurst. And Jeremy, I can't even find you in the list of attendees. So I'm not sure what happened. Did we kick you out and make room for one of those people that were waiting?
Actually here, and I couldn't find you either, Art. So there we go. I've got the, well, I don't see the controls now. If you could reinstate those, that would be great. They were there just a second ago, then it disappeared. Okay, well, let me start anyway. And Art, while you're figuring out that, I can probably just dive in. So yeah, so today I'm here to launch the membership action plan, or MAP as we know it. So let me just start by asking some questions. Are we tired of seeing our clubs wither away and die? Seeing once proud clubs become a shadow of themselves? Watching Rotary have less of an impact in our communities? It's time that we as an organization give all our membership chairs an easy to follow plan to grow our clubs. And I'm here to announce Zone 33 and 34 as a moving away from the boom bust effect of short-term membership campaigns to a multi-year approach to create a membership culture that is consistent, will result in consistent, moderate growth at the club level. Candidly, I understand. I've been exactly your position. Some of you may be feel a bit leery about another membership program, or you may just have your own membership program, which is going fine. Maybe you feel like this is just one more thing to add to your plate. But with this new plan, we're giving the clubs complete control with a step-by-step program to improve their membership attraction and retention backed by real-time data. And this isn't just about gaining more members for the sake of increasing numbers. It's to ensure our clubs continue attracting and retaining service-minded individuals, people of action, purpose, and influence to improve service to their communities. Since 2015, Rotary International has officially recognized membership growth as our top internal priority. We are a membership organization that delivers amazing service. However, membership decline remains the biggest problem we have to solve. Your clubs deserve a multi-year approach to create a membership culture that will result in consistent, moderate growth. And that's what Zone 33 and 34's Membership Action Plan team, as we call it, intends to help you do. So, all of us are most aware, Rotary's global membership numbers have been stagnant for about the past 20 years, plateauing at around 1.2 million members in 2004. And even though last year saw a modest rise in global membership, nudging our members to around 1.2 million again, regionally, the picture remains very worrying, with India and Asia experiencing significant growth, but places like my home in the Caribbean breaking even regionally, and North America and other Western cultures, unfortunately, still experiencing significant decline. Whilst more flexible, innovative club models are showing the green shoots of success, many of our traditional or legacy clubs are still struggling, becoming smaller and weaker in the process, less able to deliver impactful service or offer positive customer experiences to their members. So the biggest myth in our clubs is that we can retain our way to growth. That simply is not the case. Name any thriving business or organization who isn't trying to attract new customers. Engagement and retention are, of course, important, but they must be paired with attraction to create a vibrant, sustainable Rotary Club. So this isn't just simply, as I said, about increasing numbers. This is about making greater impact in the communities where our clubs serve. It's about embodying Rotary's vision statement. Together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves. And this only happens when we have membership growth at the center of our priorities. Rotary's action plan calls for us to increase our impact and enhance participant engagement. We can do this most effectively by expanding our reach to attract new members and adapting by adopting a new approach to membership. So what is the goal? The goal of our membership action plan may not sound glamorous, but consistent, moderate membership growth will reverse the slide from year-on-year losses and be a huge change for our clubs and districts. And what does consistent, moderate growth look like? In our opinion, the goal should be 5% year-on-year. Some say that's ambitious. However, we believe that by following the steps of the membership action plan shown here, this should and will be achievable for all clubs and all districts over a multi-year timeline. We see 3 elements to success with this plan: data-driven solutions, bite-sized chunks, and reward and recognize. With the data-driven solutions, we have an understanding about where we are, using goal setting to create a path and measure with real-time data our success. We'll be encouraging the use of goal-setting worksheets. Some of you have been using those already, focusing on traction and attrition rates, and creating a website and database to provide access to real-time data and resources to provide support for the clubs on their membership growth journey. The bite-sized chunks are designed for the new president and the newest club membership chair to easily understand and follow and implement immediately. And our first session, webinar session, will be in August, focusing on creating a membership pipeline. The monthly sessions are designed around the membership trends we see throughout the Rotary year. The first few months are about finding prospective members, connecting with them, and onboarding them with purpose. We all know Rotary happens at a club level, and these first 3 webinars are intended to assist club presidents and membership chairs build confidence and use proven techniques to create a culture of membership and attraction in their clubs step by step. We'll also be taking feedback from attendees throughout. If we find the content isn't the need most clubs have, we'll adapt to make sure we're providing the resources the clubs need and want to grow their membership. In other words, we want your engagement and feedback in this progress. You are the stakeholders. Beyond the month-by-month webinars, this membership action plan can only create long-term impact as a multi-year plan. And we're committed to help your clubs grow their membership. So help us help you. Share the monthly webinars with your districts and clubs. We're also available to bring your message to your district full membership seminars, pre-pets, pets, district training assemblies and conferences. MAP will also form an important part of the Governor Training Line curriculum. And as I said, with the support of Rotary International Membership Development Team, we're rolling out a membership action plan and database website during the first quarter of 2023 as a resource support. Our message to you is that we're available to share training on MAP at your district events, So reach out to your Rotary coordinator teams if you'd like to know more. There'll also be a page soon on the Rotary Zone website dealing with this. Whilst consistent, moderate membership growth is the goal, we want to make sure we recognize individuals, clubs, and districts who implement the map to achieve this. We'll do this initially with zones, club, membership, build, reward, MBA, in other words. Criteria for which will be launched at tonight's webinar and uploaded soon on the zone website as well. Imagine having more members to share the load of your club, to bring fresh ideas and generate energy, to give you the resources to do more good in your districts and communities. Imagine the increased impact, the difference we all know Rotary can make. By providing clubs with an easy to follow path towards membership growth, we'll go beyond imagining and we'll make it a reality. So let's talk about the next steps. If you want to know more, there's still time to sign up for tonight's webinar. I think we have over 700 sign up already, registered already. And we'll be presenting a more detailed version of this presentation with members of the MAP planning team. We've added a registration link to the chat for those of you who need it. As a next step, sign up for the August bite-sized chunk membership, create a membership pipeline webinar. More details to follow.
And out your door. That's weird.
And lastly, promote this August webinar to our membership champions in your clubs. We need to make this plan happen. Let's create lasting change in our clubs and districts. Let's grow Rotary together. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. We just had one question from the field. This is from Lee Hudson in 7710. She asked if there are any plans to better coordinate the many RLI organizations and elevate RLI as a retention tool.
Yeah, thanks, Lee. Great question. Yeah, as part of the MAP planning process, we've certainly discussed the role RLI could play in getting the message out there. And certainly we see RLI as one of our stakeholders that we'd like to carry this message. So as you see from the Gantt chart we showed you earlier on, the training aspects of it, as we roll it out through PETS and through training, certainly RLI would be on that list as well. We could have waited a year to roll this program out, and we could have approached RLI ahead of time and done this, but we found it was better to launch it and to understand what works and what doesn't work and adapt it as we build it. And certainly engagement of the stakeholders in terms of education will be a key component of that. So let's open these conversations with RLI. Thanks for the question, Lee.
All right, that's all the questions that we have. And if it's okay with our chief art, we're going to go ahead and roll to Stephanie Urchik, past RI director.
Thanks very much, Chris. And thanks everyone for being on the call today. And a special thanks to Jeremy, Director Jeremy. Thank you for allowing me to spend a few minutes today talking about something new for our Rotary Works program. Before I do that though, let me just say thank you to everybody on the call. We have had so much support for the Rotary Works program, both from individual people as well as from districts. And you know, the Rotary Works initiative was born during the pandemic. We recognized that there were people in our family of Rotary who were hurting. They had lost jobs, or hours were cut, or they weren't sure how to find another career. And so this initiative was born through our vocational avenue of service. And the initiative had 5 programs that launched. We have a career resource library, which is available on the Rotary Works website. It's very simple, rotary.works. We continue to have a coaching and mentoring program that includes mock interviews. That program is ably head up by Pete Dora and Cindy Dora. Each of them is dealing with one segment of our Rotary family. Pete's working with our Rotaractors and Cindy with our Rotarians. We do have a webinar and Rotary programs part of the program, and those webinars have been captured and are recorded, and they would be great programs for your club. So if you find that your club is interested in having a program and maybe your speaker schedule got screwed up, that's a great place to look to find a resource that you can actually use as a program for your club. We also have a job and resume posting section on that website. And what separates this from other career development programs, I think, is our unique impact grant. That program is still available, and it's a $500 grant for people who are in some stage of career transition and are looking for a little bit of support. But today I want to share with you exciting news about another program. Our sixth program in this initiative is something called Club 27. Club 27 is going to be a monthly Zoom for any person in the family of Rotary who is in a job hunt, or who is thinking about a job hunt, or who is thinking about a career transition. And it's an opportunity to jump on a Zoom meeting where you have a chance to ask specific questions about your situation. Each of these sessions will be hosted by me, and they will always occur on the 27th of the month at 7 o'clock in the evening, which is why it's called Club 27. Each of these events will last no more than 1 hour, but it does give you an opportunity to ask specific questions. My experience with programs like this is that we end up learning from each other as much as anyone would learn from a host or a sponsor. So I would encourage you to share this information with members of your club and members of your family of Rotary, because it will be available. In the near future, you will all receive, or most of you, at least if you're on DACDB, will receive an invitation to participate in this program. And it will require me to take a look at whether or not you're an active member in some form of our Rotary family. And then we will obviously send you the link to participate. So our first meeting is going to be on July the 27th at 7 o'clock in the evening. And I hope that we will find people who are interested in participating. The beauty of these job clubs, if you will, is that they are not large gatherings. This meeting has 100 participants right now. I don't expect that Club 27 will have more than a handful, and that's what makes it so important, because it will allow people who jump on these calls to actually ask questions and to get advice that's tailored to their specific situation, whether they're searching for a job or whether they're thinking about changing a career. The information that they receive will be very specific to what they are doing. So again, I hope you'll spread the word. It's the sixth program in our initiative, and we're very happy to add it to what we're offering to Rotarians in zones 33 and 34. So I'm happy to answer any questions if any have popped up. Chris, is there anything in the chat that we need to answer?
Stephanie, no one has weighed in. I'm guessing they're all going to wait until the breakout rooms to ask you the questions.
I love it when I do such a good job that there are no questions. Fabulous. All right. Well, in that case, I'll see all of you in the breakout session, and it's my honor to turn the program over now to Lorraine Angelino, who is our Zone 33 RRFC Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator. Lorraine.
Thank you. Morning, good afternoon, everyone. I have the pleasure of telling you we have done a fantastic job with the Rotary Foundation in both zones 33 and 34 for the year 2021, 2022. And I just want to give you some of the stats. Just to let you know who the leadership was, I was the Zone 33, and Roger Champion and Sandra Hempstead was Zone 34. And I'm going to give you some of the stats from Zone 33. And I know there's a lot of them here, but look at all the top 10, top 11 for annual fund per capita. And we were challenged to get to $200 per capita, and we got to 210. So Polio Plus Fund, 6th place. And this is in the world. These are the zones. There's 34 zones, and out of 34 zones, we are 11th in other contributions, 7th in total contributions. Our annual fund was up 20.9. Annual fund per capita up 27.7. Polio fund up 12.99. Endowment fund up 5.49. Other funds up 67.23. And total contributions were up 18.14. Fabulous. There it goes. We had 5 districts with over $1 million in total contributions. And this is where they ranked out of 500 and something districts. Wow. So you see 35th, 40th, 41st, 45th, and 7750, I think, is at 51. And some of these are not final numbers. So you will see some of these numbers changing. 6 districts with over $200 per capita in Zone 33 to the annual fund. Wow, 474.07, 6th place in the world. So there's some great districts. In Zone 34, they had 5 different categories that they were in the top 10. Annual fund per capita at 191.65. Polio fund, other funds. Polio fund, they were 3rd place in the world, and total contributions 9th. So up 10.89 for annual fund, up 14.57 per capita, up 9.69 endowment fund, up 40.24 for other funds, and up 7.45 for total contributions. Wow. And they had 3 districts with over $1 million in contributions, and 16th, 21st, and 39th in the world. And 8 districts without over 200 per capita to the annual fund. So as you can see, we've done a fantastic job this year. I am so proud of both districts and what we've done. And I'd like to thank everyone for what they did to make this happen. I know there's a lot of contributions that went in from people that are on this call. And, you know, not only contributions, but asking others to give and be a part of it too. We've been able to do a lot of global grants, district grants. I'm just very proud of everyone that participated this year in not only giving, but also in doing. So I think everybody just needs to give each other a hand. Excellent work, everyone. I'm going to now turn it over to Billy Black with Public Image.
Hi, I'm Billy Black. I am with Zone 33 Public Image Chair, and Marshall is my well-seasoned compatriot in Zone 34. And we just want to speak to you a little bit about some things that are going on with public image. One of the biggest things, since we can't get out there and talk to everyone, is our new Learning Center courses, and they have improved greatly over the past couple of years. You notice there's a public image group. And in the public image group, there is one called Committee Basics, and it has 8 short courses that you can finish between 10 and 20 minutes. They're interactive and they can tell you everything you'd ever want to know. And I would send my clubs to this because it really helps them kind of get a handle on all the things that are out there for public image. So in addition, we're going to continue the Feed 10 Million, and Marshall has created a great spreadsheet and it's located at the website below. And he's going to add for us a link that throws you back into Rotary Club Central so that you get credit for your service activities in Rotary Citation. You know, if you don't put them in there, then they don't know it happened. So I'm very excited that he's going to handle that for us. And I found out that there are huge amounts of pictures out there. So I'm very excited about the opportunity to get and share those pictures with you all. We also have the website that Terry Weaver and Ashley and Marshall are developing. This is our Zone 33 public image team. There's templates, trainings, and special programs, and Zone 34 has one as well. And Zone 33 is going to offer master classes and office hours. A master class is where we cover a topic so that you feel comfortable using that tool or that topic by the end. And office hours are simply where you dial in and ask any question you might want to have about public image. And we've had these for last year, and they were very successful. We had a small number of people coming to those, so you're able to share and ask questions. So they were awesome. They begin at 6 p.m. and they're the third Tuesday of the month. I'm sorry, we changed it. And they're public image seminars in Zone 34, and here are the first 3. You're meeting them using Canva, and I'm going to come into that August 28th one so I can learn some more, and how to promote great events. So those are some super topics. Remember, it doesn't matter if you're in 33 or 34, you can come to either of them, and you can invite your club public image chairs so that they can hone their skills. And this is how you get in touch with Zone 34 and get their public image emails. So you might take a picture of this real quick before I change the screen. And they will connect you and make sure that you get information about each of those webinars. So we're here to support, advise, and guide and help you. Just let us know. Recently, RLI contacted us and asked how we could help them do a better job of public image. And we were able to fill that need. So we're here to help and to guide you. This is the Zone 33 team. Again, you might want to take a picture of that slide. This slide is also on the previous place. RI zones with an S, 33, 34. You'll see this picture there. And then 34, here's their team. So again, take a picture, and I'm going to move on, maybe. So don't forget to bookmark. There's the place, rizones3334.org/zone33PI. Thanks, and I am going to throw it back over to Dawn Rochelle, who's going to talk to us about empowering girls.
I am. Thank you, Billy. And thank you for allowing us the opportunity to talk about something that is near and dear to Tina and my heart. Tina Fischlin and I are excited to continue Rotary's work of empowering girls as the zone ambassadors with the Zone 33-34 Empowering Girls Committee. Thank you to Director Jeremy for allowing us to continue this work very prominently within the zones. We are proud of the work that the Zone Task Force did to connect with over 3,000 Rotarians, Rotaractors, and interested individuals in 21-22. More importantly, these conversations elevated club projects and community needs. These conversations created awareness of the work of Rotary in areas like period poverty, addressing human trafficking, and increasing education. This year, as an established Zone 33-34 committee, we are thrilled to level up our awareness, our advocacy, and create more action. Empowering Girls is a Rotary and Rotaract club level initiative. This is not a must do. This is a what is needed and what can we do together to create more action.
So what is the ask? An email has been sent to all zone district governors and the governor line. We are inviting leadership to consider appointing a district advocate for Rotary and Rotaract for this initiative. A training webinar will be held on July 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern for district advocates to receive an overview of the presidential initiative, learn about the resources, and our plans as a zone committee for this Rotary year and beyond. President Jennifer and President-elect Gordon have continued the priority to focus on improving the health, education, well-being, and economic security of girls across the globe. Our goal is to formalize the structure to support and elevate the work of Rotary and Rotaract clubs in Zone 33-34. We believe that we will grow membership given the response we have had every time we mention empowering girls. Thank you for registering a district advocate for Wednesday, July 20th at 10 a.m. The link is in the chat and on the screen. Message us with any questions about how you can empower our girls. Thank you, Jeremy, Director Jeremy, for your leadership, and to everyone for your continued support. We look forward to seeing you in the breakout session following this meeting. Chris, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, thanks so much, Tina. We are now going to give you guys the opportunity to join one of the breakout rooms that will remain open until 2. You should now see a breakout icon at the bottom of your screen. Simply click on that icon to join a room of your choice. If you're using the Zoom app on your mobile device, you should see the Zoom icon appear at the top left of your screen. DAO users will unfortunately not be able to access breakout rooms. You may also move between rooms by returning to the main room and then choosing a new breakout. You are now released to join the breakout of your choice.